Good morning. It's a beautiful morning, a little bit overcast, but it's probably a really great morning to be talking about the subjects I'm going to be talking about today. We're going to work on a series of videos, 12 videos. They're going to talk about the mind, body, and spirit of golf. One of the things I've learned, I'm ending right now my 60th year playing the game, and 40 years. It's so hard to believe a professional teaching this game. It seems like it's flown by in no time at all. I brought my friend Yoda out here with me today because I've learned a lot from movies in reference to golf, like Star Wars, and talking about the power that lies within us. And we talk in Star Wars quite a bit about that kind of thing, you know, the force. What is the force that lies within us? Well, that's what these videos are going to be about. When I talk to students, they're always looking for how can I get more power? How can I get more distance? What I've found in all of my experience is that power does not come from muscle strength in golf. It comes from a lever system in the body that has to be accepted by the mind, the body, and the spirit. There's many instructors today that talk about mind-body connection, but very few talk about the spirit. I strongly believe, and I'm going to try to transmit over to you some of the thoughts I've had over my lifetime about the spirit of striking a golf ball. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through a series of 12 videos. We're going to start with consciousness. We're going to go from consciousness and what the consciousness, not only the brain is and awareness, but the consciousness of what lies within the power that comes from inside. When we hit a great golf shot, we either respond to that golf shot with ah or ouch. Well, the ah or ouch doesn't come from our head, it comes from here. In here, in our spirit, we desire to have more ah in our life than ouch. And if we start to respond to that and let our heart drive our brain and body rather than the reverse, we will start to create congruency and acceptance of flowing motion. And that's what I've discovered, and that's what I'm going to share with you in this series of 12 videos. So after consciousness, we're going to start to talk about that conscious connection of heart, mind, body, and spirit. Spirit is the heart. Then we're going to go to subconscious acceptance. The conscious mind is accepted by, so what the conscious mind thinks, it installs in subconscious acceptance. Subconscious acceptance is the allowing rather than the imposition of thought. After subconscious acceptance, we're going to start to move on to how we can set the mind to be accepting. So we'll be talking in a video about mindset. How do we create our mindset properly so that we can really communicate to the body through the heart what a golf swing is all about. What we have to be careful of in mindset is desire. Our willful desire can be very imposing, so I'm going to be doing a video on how willful desire can affect negative or positive response. Now, willful desire leads to another part of the game, and that's our intent. What is our intention when we're hitting a golf ball? Too often our intention is to hit the ball as hard as we possibly can, to get the ball going as fast as we can with club head speed and things of that sort. Well, if our intentions are too powerful, they will overcome the willful desire and manipulate it one way or another. That's all going to be explained throughout this series. The next aspect after that, after intention, is the expectation. So when I'm looking out here to this green, which you can't see, of course, in this frame, but it'll be a green that looks much like the one behind me, the expectation of hitting the ball on the green, if that expectation gets too powerful, then we've got a problem. We expect to accomplish that task. So when I think about expectation, the next thing I have to do is have acceptance. Acceptance of the result, be it positive or negative, and then be very careful not to evaluate it as good or bad or right or wrong. Just be accepting. So there's no good or bad or right or wrong in golf or in life in my feeling, but there's more experience. And as we experience, we learn from that experience. You'll hear that all the time. Learn from your experience. But we tend to impose judgment. Judgment is very dangerous. So if we have those expectations out there, we can't accept properly, we will manipulate. The next one is emotion. So emotion, the power of emotion. When we get emotionally wrapped up, as some of the pros on tour talk about, they talk about themselves getting amped up. And if they get too amped up, they will overcook a shot, and they'll overhit it. They'll hit it too far right or left. So they have to be in this mindset that allows the heart to respond intuitively to what it is that they want to try to accomplish. So intuitive sensibility mixes in here between the subconscious acceptance and the mindset. Intuitive sensibility. Sensibility should be changed into two words, sense-ability. When we become able to sense, we start to have the proper expectation. Belief is then the next one. Once we have enough experience, we start to actually believe we can accomplish anything in life that we want to accomplish. And I literally believe that any human being can accomplish anything they want to accomplish. And golf just being my experience of something that has been so close and dear to my heart all my life, I've learned, not from being taught someplace, but I learned when I started out at 6 years old from experience, and then examining the experience. So everything that I teach now literally comes from that experience, a lifelong experience. And it's heartfelt, because I experienced it personally. Finally, we're going to get to gratitude. I think gratitude, more than likely, is one of the most important things in life. When we have a gracious acceptance, and we start to believe in ourselves, and we have the proper desire and intent, and everything holds up the way we would like it to be, we come into this congruent acceptance of what it is. In my first book, Going for It in Golf and Life, I talk about this in a variety of different ways. These videos are going to eventually go into a digital book, which is going to have stop action, all kinds of things that you can do on your computer to interact with the book. That's going to be a long-term project. It's probably 3 or 4 years out. So you look forward to that in the future. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to wrap up today on this video. I'm going to talk further at a later point and break each one of these concepts that I went down through today in the outline for these videos. And I'm going to do them, each one of them, in detail, so you're going to have a better idea of my teaching style, things that you can take to the golf course and put into application immediately. Thanks for your time today, and I'll look forward to talking with you in the next video.